Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Hilltoppers will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll run it from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Let's talk for a second about Boise State. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
To the air. It's Dyer. Flushed out of the pocket. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Looking to pass. It's Dyer. Moving out of the pocket. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete downfield. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one. I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Punt is on its way. Here's the return. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Might as well give it to him again. He picks up maybe a couple before he stops right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a first down.
Well, the defense just needs to do a better job on that critical situation. That was a golden opportunity to get off the field, but quarterback and receiver, they were just better on that one. Nice throw. Nice job by the receiver getting his feet in bounds.
And the Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Hilltoppers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Finds a little space. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. And the Hilltoppers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. Shakes off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Snagged out of the air. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Keeps it. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Slithers into space. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Hilltoppers have pushed it inside the 20. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Broncos can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. He's got his man, makes the grab. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. The give is to Smith. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Looking downfield on first down. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? On third down, he drops to throw. Throwing on the run. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Finds his man. It's Flowers.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. Got it set up on the outside. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
And the Hilltoppers can really attack on this second and short. Gonna look downfield again. Sets up the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Quarterback adapted. Creates a little room. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, but he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. A run for the quarterback. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun on third down. He caught it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Hilltoppers trying to cash it in on first and goal. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, WKU. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Finally, somebody's able to get on the board. This game was sending offensive football back to the 1930s. Great job of executing. I know this is a defensive stalemate. I don't know how many points we're going to see in the second half. Guys, that touchdown, that might be all they need based on what we've seen here in the first half.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Broncos will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half for this defense.
And the Hilltoppers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They get to him as he throws. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Well, I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
The Hilltoppers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To the air, it's Dyer. Grab near the sticks, it's Bates. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Got his man downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Ringo, Jackrabbit. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The defense sort of hurts this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man. Touchdown Broncos! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. One team will rise in the ACC standings, while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Looking to fire. Got his man. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the...
There he goes! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. He's going to take off. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. And the Hilltoppers look to keep this drive humming. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him! And the ball's out, and they're after it. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. And the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush and a better job forcing a turnover.
Smith takes the handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Finds his target down the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Caught near the sticks, it's Wagner. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Easy.
Quick release on the RPO. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Broncos. They move on top here in the 4th. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Offense comes onto the field again. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Looking to throw on first down. Grabs it in the middle. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Creates a little space.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Hilltoppers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Power football with the run. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Makes the grab. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. A great catch and run for 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give is to Smith. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his track.
Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Dyer. Using the quick game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
The Broncos with the 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. Got enough for the first. There he goes. Touchdown, Boise State. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Illinois took care of business today. They left little doubt about how this one was going to go almost from the start. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And obviously the offense is in a difficult position here, and you're asking a lot from them. They're down by a touchdown, not a lot of time on the clock, deep in your own end, but this is something that you're trained for. Coaches always put their offense in this situation in practice leading up to the big game. It takes timing, it takes execution, but that is something this offense is ready to do.
Quarterback gets the first down and more. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. To the air on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give on the inside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, this is a big third down coming up. What is this offense going to lean on? They've tried to run, they've tried the pass. Hasn't been great. They've got to put something together here trailing the fourth quarter.
The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the knee. That's caught. It's Flowers. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the fourth down conversion.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Smith takes the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Dyer. Under fire. That's caught. It's Bates. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little statements across the season. And they proved